What's up, gang? It's Elijah, and today we here with our second video of the year. Right now it's 10:54, January 4th. We in Town Square. Today we got that Club Paradise on the fit. I accidentally bought a small, so this bitch kinda look little, but it's okay. Speaking of appearances and all that, today's topic of the day is the importance of your appearance, especially if you are in business. Okay, so today we gonna walk and talk. Right now we in Town Square. We out here enjoying life. You know, thank God for everything. We put God first in everything. We appreciate Him for waking us up in abundance, the ability to have, you know, the free time to go be able to do what we want. We are right now. We chilling though, man. We do fly shit every day, but right now it's Thursday. We out here chilling. Tomorrow I got a flight 12 noon. I gotta go be in Miami. I'm still debating. I might cancel it. Really not feeling it. Fuck that. We got a sneaker con out there, but it is what it is. What's up, gang? It's Elijah, and I'm back to, y'all already seen the intro, but yeah, today I'm getting straight to it. The topic is appearance and the importance of your appearance, especially when you're in business. When it comes to appearance, you always have to make sure that you're dressing for the occasion. If I'm going to meet up with some clients, and let's say I'm doing real estate deal, or let's say I'm doing an insurance deal, or let's say I'm doing a management deal, and I'm trying to become this person's manager, I'm gonna dress like an authority figure. I'm gonna dress like a presentable young man. Like, I'm always gonna wear a suit, a button up. Even if you don't have stuff like that, always just try to make sure that you're putting on a clean cut fit to where it's like, okay, when you look in the mirror, you have to realize, okay, I look presentable enough to go put on this not say persona, but to carry myself as a business person, to make this person want to do business with me. You always have to be, when you're in business, you always have to sell yourself. How you look is more important than your product looks 90% of the time. You always have to make sure you have good product, don't get me wrong, but you always have to carry yourself as the most important tool in business, because anything you're selling, I promise you they can go get it from somebody else. But it's also the way you carry yourself, the way you look, the way you present yourself, how your hair is done, how your nails are done. It's all in your presentation, all in your appearance. And also another thing is, you have to dress who you want to look like, who you want to be. Nigga, I always looked up. My fault, I can't stand this fucking airport. But like I said, I always dressed, now I'm currently trying to dress who I want to look like. I want to look like fucking 007. I want to look like James Bond, nigga. I want to look like Batman during daytime. I'm trying to jump out that motherfucking Lamborghini Gallardo like Batman did in that motherfucking movie. Jump out that motherfucking Lamborghini with it. Yeah. But yeah, I'm trying to dress like that. I'm trying to present myself like that. I'm trying to carry myself like that. Because that's who I want to be. Nigga, I want to be a young, fly, rich nigga with a motherfucking suit and a motherfucking $300,000-$400,000 car. Because that's just who I want to be as a person. I want to have that motherfucking Batman cave, that motherfucking Batmobile, that motherfucking butler that pull up. What do you need, Chop? Just like that. Like, that's what I'm trying to be, though. That's what I want to be. So that's how I carry myself. And also, it's also a tool of my business. I need to have suits on when I'm in real estate meetings. Like, I'm not gonna trust a nigga to sell my house if this nigga pull up wearing a fucking basketball shorts and a motherfucking I love my mama shirt. I'm not fucking selling my $300 to fucking $500,000 house with this nigga. Fuck that nigga in his shirt. I'm not trying to do no business with a nigga that looks like that. But that's because the field that it's in. Now, if I'm a fucking personal trainer or something, it's cool for me to pop up with basketball shirts or something. But you also have to cater to your clients. You have to know what the field is, what you're trying to do. You have to know who are you selling to, who are you catering to. And you also have to treat everybody with respect. You also have to treat everybody like they're $1 million clients. That has to be the most important principle of business, no matter what. Treat everybody like they're, like, if you meet God, this is just a characteristic in life. Put business aside. You have to treat everybody like you're next to God himself. Because if you treat somebody like they're God, you're not doing them wrong, you're not snaking them, you're always doing something that's always in the best interest of them, if you know them or not. But it's always a good feature to have, because you treat others how you want to be treated. Because let's say you die, and that person that you treat like shit on the street, that was how somebody gonna treat your son after you died, and there's nobody to take care of them. You just treating that person on the street like shit. But that could be your son if you died in an alternative universe. So you always have to treat everybody like it's God. And I always have to treat people with the utmost respect even sometimes when they're not respecting you, especially when it comes to clients, sometimes it's always good to play the under little dog role. Nigga, it's times that I done been up shit times 10 of what the fuck somebody got. But I don't give a fuck about that shit. I don't care. I'm not here to flex. I don't give a fuck about none of that shit. I'm not doing none of this shit to impress them. This, that, da, da, da. I do shit for me. So I would never sit there and pop it like this, that, da, 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 da. But shit, if they want to pop it on me, shit, yeah, that's cool, nigga. I'm gonna record you. Yeah, pop that shit. Pull that motherfucking Rolex out. Yeah. But I genuinely want to see people happy. I genuinely want to see people winning. But if motherfuckers try to flex on me, I'm still not going to flex my muscles and shit, because at the end of the day, it's all business at the same time. What is my job? My job is to cater to people. Back to what I was saying. Like I was saying, you got to treat everybody with the utmost respect. You have to care about everybody. Because you don't know if you're talking to a millionaire, a billionaire, or if you're talking to a nigga that's homeless. Like, you really never know. Nigga, I hear all the billionaires all dress and carry themselves like regular people. Dude, you gonna meet one of them niggas, then they got a motherfucking Ralph Lauren polo on, he in that bitch chilling. He got a $60, $40 shirt, minding his business. But that's just themselves. A lot of people who, once you have an abundance of money, you don't give a fuck to wear shit for other people. You wear shit for yourself, because you only care about your own appearance. You only care about how you look. Like, you only care, like, for yourself. You're not doing this for the bitches, like, man. Because a lot of niggas like that, they be like, man, nigga, I can go buy a bitch if I want to. Like, what the fuck? But yeah, that's what I was saying. Walk. That bitch so far. Before I bought the motherfucking cat, I really wanted a Z01. The Z01 at the dealership, the AutoNation dealership, Sahara, the BMW one. Fuck them niggas. Them niggas wouldn't drop that motherfucking price on that bitch, $3,000. So, like, fuck them. It was a cool price still. It was $55,000. I really should. I like that motherfucker. Because my homie got a Z01. His shit crazy. I really love that bitch. But yeah. Alright, topic 2. When it comes to appearance. You gotta know it's a time and a place for everything. Especially when it comes to what you driving. Like, okay, once you start making that $500,000, $600,000 a year, you might go buy a couple cars or whatever. This is that, da da da. But you can't always pull up in that motherfucking Lamborghini every single day to every single client. You honestly, if you have anything that's out the ordinary, I recommend don't use it for business purposes. Because when you pull up on anything, a motherfucking Lamborghini, McLaren, anything and shit, this and that, da da da. Okay, a client might want to see it, but niggas not really trying to deal with all that shit. Niggas not trying to look at that shit, especially if your client don't got that shit themselves. Maybe if your client got that shit themselves, then okay. But to a lot of people, they feel like you be shitting on them and shit, because it's like, what the fuck is you pulling up on me with a Lamborghini for? To like sell me just some shit, some little shit. Like, what the fuck is you really doing this shit for? Like, you could have just pulled up in some chill shit. Like, you don't gotta stunt too hard on me, because now it's like, nigga, I'm finna become a hater. And I don't think like that, but I noticed that certain people doing shit, like certain people, they give a fuck. Like, niggas don't want to always see you winning, and it's like, that's just a part of the process, that's a part of the game and shit. You can't always pull up with the flashiest shit. Man, sometimes it's not even just about that. Sometimes just certain shit look ignorant. Like, if I'm pulling up to a fucking meeting with a bunch of billionaires, and all these niggas pull up in fucking Toyotas, and I'm pulling up in a fucking Lamborghini, and I might be the brokest nigga there. But I'm thinking that all these niggas gonna pop they shit because they all billionaires. It's like, you can't always pull up like that. You can't always treat every situation like that, because to an extent, it's like, that shit bad for business. Like, sometimes you gotta come with some calm shit. Even if you don't have the best car, shit, I say just try to get some shit that's to where it's like, it's modest. You blend in. When people see your car, it's like, your shit not too crazy. Like, when I say crazy, your shit not too beat up or no wild shit. And your shit not too flashy. Like, have some shit that blend in, you mind your business, this and that, da da da. And it might look like I'm being a hypocrite, but to an extent, I'm still chilling. Like, nigga, my car is great. I'm driving a great Charger at the end of the day. Like, I'm minding my business. But yeah, okay, and then part 2. Let's talk about tattoos. Nigga, when it comes to being a businessman, you have to be real cautious of what you get on your body for the rest of your life. Like me, and this is all my opinion, so don't take anything to heart, but I'm not gonna go get no fucking crazy ass face tattoo my fault, we by the fucking airport, but I'm not finna go get no crazy ass tattoo of a gang I was in when I was fucking 16, 17. Like, I'm not finna, for context, I was never in no gang. This is just all hypothetically speaking, from just context, just me putting out context to somebody else's situation. I'm not finna go get no tattoo of a gang and shit or no wild shit on my face and shit when I was, or shit, any time in my life. I'm not gonna get no face tattoo. I'm not gonna get no tattoo of fucking Batman. I'm not getting no tattoo of no dumb shit. Like, I'm not getting no tattoo on my face. I wouldn't recommend the neck. And I would say, to an extent, if you can, leave your hands alone and leave anything that you really can't cover up, like, because it's the time and the place for all that. Like, you don't want certain people to perceive you as certain things, especially when it comes to older people in society. Older people in society, a lot of this is taboo to them. It's not normal to have piercings. It's not normal to have tattoos. It's not normal to have a lot of shit. And sometimes you might have to deal with older people. You might have an older investor who honestly believes in what you have going on. They believe in the situation, but at the same time, do I really trust this nigga with $100,000? They got a nigga fuck this gang on his face. He got fuck da 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 whatever gang on his face. Like, no, he's not going to give you $100,000 because that's just, it just, to an extent, it's anybody with a logical brain, just that shit just don't really sound good on paper. But yeah, okay. Alright, today we talking about the third topic. It's kind of two in one. If you have vices, like you drink a lot, you smoke a lot, don't pull up with that shit. Like, no matter, it don't give a fuck. This is if you going to business meetings, you meeting your fucking parents, you meeting your girlfriend, anything. No matter what, don't fucking present yourself as that shit. You could be a fucking drunk. You could be a fucking stoner. You could be this, that, da, da, da. I don't give a fuck. You could be a meth head for all I care. Don't show up to shit smelling like bullshit or your vices. Like, if you pull up, like, bro, if you pull up, even if I'm your friend, I don't even want to be your friend no more. If you sitting there, pull up, you smell like shit, like your fucking breath just smell like whiskey, or you just stink like weed, this is that, da da da. Like, yeah, that shit cool, whatever, this is that, da da da. But it's like, you gotta also take into consideration how you present yourself to people and shit, because that shit not cool. Like, that shit don't make me want to go get money with you and shit. If you sitting there just, you fucking stink like fucking tequila. It's fucking 2 p.m. It's 2 p.m. in fucking broad daylight. You just fucking smell like tequila for no reason on a fucking Wednesday. I don't want to get money with you. I don't. Hell no. Like, if you a business person or like you business oriented or you around business people, they don't want bullshit vices around them. They don't want people to smell, look, or carry themselves a certain type of way when it comes to that shit, because it's like, bro, if I'm focused on $1 million, this is that, da da da. I don't want fucking people who present themselves as drunkies or fucking, I'm a stoner, this, that, da. I don't want people like that around me. I'm sitting here focused on $1 million. I don't give a fuck about somebody who's sitting there smell like liquor or fucking weed all day or some crazy shit. Like, bro, hell no. And another thing that go also like kind of similar with it, when I'm pulling up to a situation or if I'm pulling up to a business meeting, this is that, da da da. Always try to be on time, because just make sure that you're punctual. Like, you have to treat your client with respect. That's a sign of respect. Sometimes I lack in that a lot. I'm working on it, but you also have to know yourself. You have to know your strong points, your weak points and stuff. So now I'm trying to, if I'm telling a nigga I'm finna meet up with him at 6, I'm telling myself, okay, I got a 5:30, I got a 5:30, I got a 5:30, but that bitch at 6. It's because I know I'm gonna be late. I'm a late nigga. That's just my character as a person. I'm not a good when it comes to being punctual. So I'm telling myself that this 6 o'clock meeting is at 5:30. So yeah, that was 3. Okay. I think this is the 4th topic. Don't quote me on that, but 4th topic of the day. Can't stand these fucking airplanes. But 4th topic of the day. Today we talking about being confident. This is also an extremely important part of your appearance. You have to appear as confident as possible. Nigga, you can not know what the fuck is gonna happen and shit. You could be sitting there like, you could be nervous, but nigga, if you appear confident to any situation, niggas is gonna believe you. Like, and it's like, you have to believe yourself. And it, honestly, I'm just a confident person because I always believe in myself. I believe that shit, if it's in God's best interest and I'm supposed to jump off a building, nigga, I'll go jump off a building because I'm that confident in my life. I'm that confident in my faith. I'm that confident in me as a person and my connection with the Most High, because I'm just a confident person. But when it comes to other people, you have to also just perceive yourself as confident. Like, even if you're not confident as a person, you have to make sure that people think that, damn, this nigga really knows what he's talking about. This is that, da da da. Nigga, you could have looked that shit up online and Googled the day before. Like, nigga, I could be sitting there, let's say hypothetically speaking, if I'm a salesman, let's say I'm selling this shit. If I'm selling a nigga this pot, I'm gonna look that shit up on Google, and then when a nigga come, I'm like, yeah, it's about 4 feet parameter, about 4 feet high, yeah, and you fit about 4 tons of gravel and this, that, da in there, whoop doo whoop, and this, that, da. But the way I'm gonna say that shit, he gon', damn, this nigga's really doing his research on this shit. Like, this nigga really know what he talking about. And I could be making this shit up off the top of my head. I can just look at this shit and be like, I forgot what the fuck I had looked up the night before. I just looked at this shit. I'm like, this shit about 4 feet. It's about 4 feet, my nigga. But yeah, like, I could just look that shit up. And because I'm so confident in my articulation, I'm so confident in that. I'm not telling you to lie to people that you're selling to, but I'm telling you, when it comes to shit, you have to appear confident. Like, you have to know what the fuck you're talking about. But yeah, also that's another thing. Like, if you are selling anything, make sure that you're mastering it. Make sure that you know everything. Make sure you have everything on the back of your hand that you're selling, that you actually do know that shit. Like, as a salesman, it's a terrible thing and shit to come off and just not know what the fuck you're selling. But at the same time, nigga, like, I don't know, nigga. That's, yeah. Alright, and then the second part of it, delusion. You have to be so delusional in your dream, in your idea of who you are as a person, to where it's just like, you believe this shit. You have to genuinely believe this shit. To where it doesn't become delusion, it's reality. The only thing that's impossible is things that people believe is impossible. If you believe it, because let's say for example, a fucking iPhone, 20 years ago, having a fucking 7-foot phone that I can call a nigga. Having a 7-foot phone that I can fucking call a nigga and FaceTime a nigga and talk to my motherfucking parents and shit, while they 3,000 miles away. That shit was all, when somebody walked into the office today, I'm going to create a technology to where we're going to be able to communicate with each other all over the planet and FaceTime each other. We're going to be able to have business partners in fucking Indonesia. We're going to have business partners in Egypt. All that sounded ignorant. It all sounded delusional as fuck when somebody first pitched that idea to somebody, until it became reality. If you believe in yourself, you have to be so delusional in what you believe in, to where it's so ignorant until it becomes a reality. And that was just my 4th topic of the day. Yeah. Alright, right now we on the 5th clip of the day. The 5th thing we talking about when it comes to appearance. When it comes to appearance, you have to be careful on how you talk to people. Don't use slangs. Don't say bad words. Like, it don't matter if they're old, it don't matter if they're young, it don't matter if this is your friend. When you're doing business, you're conducting yourself. When it comes to people, I would not recommend using vulgar language. I wouldn't recommend saying crazy shit, like outlandish jokes and all that shit. Like, bro, leave that shit to yourself. Yeah, when it comes to all that shit, like, bro, tone that shit down, like, don't be in that bitch doing too much. Don't be cussing. Don't be this and that, especially when you dealing with clients. It's just not a good appearance. It's not good for business. It don't make me want to do shit with you. If you sending that bitch, fuck, nigger, bitch, stupid, this, that, bro. Niggas is not trying to deal with none of that shit. So, that's just my personal opinion, though. I believe that. I believe that. It's just an ignorant, like, way to carry yourself, especially when you're conducting business with people. Also, another topic that I have to go, that kind of has to go with it, but don't have to go with it. Give me 1 second. When it comes to jewelry, there's a time and a place for everything. You shouldn't be wearing jewelry unless you're retired. If you're hustling. And if you're hustling, I mean that because at the same time, it's like, why the fuck am I buying something from somebody who has a fucking $60,000 watch on and a big ass chain and this, that, and I'm buying something from them that's not that significant? Like, people, to an extent, this go back to what I said about the car. People sometimes get intimidated of who you are. People feel some type of way about who you are, and it might not even be from a spiteful angle, but people just sometimes they get in their feelings about certain shit. And it's not even about that. It's like, why do I want to do business with somebody who look like they don't need my business? And when you look like you don't need somebody's business, that shit is bad for business. Because, nigga, as a businessman, I need the client to shop with me for this to make sense. So, and that's the thing, like, all of this is just, it's irrational for, like, I say, unless you like a rapper or you a pimp or something, this is that, to where it's like, that has to go with your personality, that has to go with job direct, and I say leave all that shit alone. Like, all that shit just not good for business. Like that shit just bad, bro. But yeah, this should probably cleared up for the day. I appreciate everybody for watching. I appreciate everybody for tuning in. I'm probably dropping one more video. Might do a Miami vlog tomorrow. I'm not really doing shit out there on land at 12. Doing the convention. I might vlog the convention. Besides that, I'm probably chilling though. But yeah, I appreciate everybody for tuning in. Thank you for everybody who's supporting, everybody who drop a like, a comment. I love everybody who's seen the last video. Make sure y'all follow me on all my social media platforms. They will be in the description. I love all y'all unconditionally. I hope y'all have a blessed day. And yeah.